Hi there, this is Cathryn Dall, owner of Network in Action Eastside. Today I have joining me Devin Craig with Peterson Acquisitions. He's a partner there and here to speak to us a little bit about his firm. Devin, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Cathryn.
Yeah, so you have been a business owner, an entrepreneur, and investor for quite some time, but now are a business broker with Peterson Acquisitions. So tell me a little bit about that journey.
Yeah, I just found that I really loved all things small business and ended up just buying more and more businesses or finding ways to kind of join businesses or creating new opportunities that lend towards growth or expansion and things like that. So I figured I came across some folks who are looking to sell their business, but I wasn't looking to buy that particular business, but thought to myself, why not help them? And it was kind of the perfect marriage of all those different things I've been learning over the last, 5 or so years about how to put people together to help them kind of create the best version of transition that they could have for themselves. So yeah, now here I am working with one of the best brokerages in the country to do just that, empower business owners to kind of move on and change chapters either through buying something or just selling something and moving on to the next thing.
That's great, Devin. And how do you feel that your experience of being an investor prior to this really helps set you apart from other business brokers?
Yeah, that is a big differentiator for me and everyone else at Peterson. But basically, that we have been in the trenches essentially with having to run small businesses or buy a small business or transition to small business or whatever. So kind of been there, done that, and oftentimes that experience is really helpful and relevant. It helps me to kind of be more of a consultant, an experienced kind of like Sherpa, because I've been there and done that, and I can help someone else like think through those roadblocks. And yeah, other brokers or other people in this profession who haven't had those experiences have a hard time relating and being able to kind of help people think through how to jump through hurdles or look around corners before something might trip up a deal or whatever. So yeah, I find that it really helps people to kind of have that relatable experience and conversation piece and whatever else, so that it's not a hang up point, but it's actually a hindrance versus a help, I guess I would say, to helping someone go through a transition like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And is there particular industries that you focus on or size of businesses that you really work with when it comes to buying and selling?
Yeah, so we are not industry specific, because a lot of what we're selling is basically, the either cash flow of business or the expansion of a business or whatever. And that's really where we focus our energy, is in kind of the multiples of cash flow. So we're more so size specific than sector specific, but we have sold businesses in every different sector. But really, we work well in the spaces where all the big guys don't really play in, like big investment bankers and stuff like that. We work really well in businesses that are doing 500,000 to 25 million in sales, and that space really is kind of not as well served as maybe the super big businesses. And
Right.
so we really like to help empower those business owners of businesses that size to kind of be more sophisticated in their approach to transactions or buying and selling and mergers and acquisitions. So really, we're more size specific than sector specific.
Helpful to know. And if there's a business owner out there that's looking to possibly sell, like starting to, tiptoe into those waters, what's the one tip that you would share with them before they dive in?
Please be proactive. That's an easy question to answer because far too many, unfortunately, business owners I speak to are not quite prepared for that process. Either books aren't totally put together, or maybe there's still some processes that need to be shored up, or maybe the business is still a little too dependent upon them, or whatever the thing might be. I'm not totally sure. It can be a very wide ranging type of things or issues that could be connected to why a business might have difficulty in selling or might take longer or is not for the valuation they would think of. And so I would recommend to people to be proactive, connect with, is kind of like, for example, with a CPA, we don't wait until the tax bill is due before we go talk to the CPA. Well, same thing with buying and selling businesses. Don't wait to talk to an expert in that space about valuations and process and timeline and stuff like that, because far too many I come across, unfortunately, haven't thought about that proactively enough yet. So please be proactive, ask for valuations every year or some regularity long before, or valuations as well as kind of timing and process long before you're actually ready to commit to that process, because it's not a right now thing and it's going to take some time.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I really appreciate your insight. And Devin, if someone wanted to speak to you about the services you could help them with, what's the best way for them to contact you?
To go to, you can either just Google Peterson Acquisitions Seattle, the petersonacquisitions.com website, to email me at Devin, Devin at petersonacquisitions.com, or check me out on LinkedIn for just other advice and tips and some content, or just to reach out to me through LinkedIn.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate your time today and look forward to seeing your growth.
Thanks, Cathryn. Appreciate it.
Take care.